Hey guys, so welcome back to our YouTube channel and welcome to the new BMW i5 Touring. We're actually in the M60 Touring and we're going to show you the latest update to the BMW eRoute, which is available of course in Europe as well. So we're going to go over the latest updates. It's called 4.0, that's the latest pack, and it has a lot of new features. So let's see what they are. All right, so
let's start a route to Berlin.
Sure.
Already. Now when the route starts, it calculates the first route.
Please follow the directional info on the display. When leaving, please turn left.
But it also calculates alternative routes, because it can go different ways to Berlin. And then if you select the different route, you already see the different charging stations there, for the different route proposals. Okay, if we select one of the routes, for instance, see here a brief overview. Next charging station in 2 hours 45.
Sure.
You can have a look at the charging station overview to see more details on all the charging stations. You see the amenities nearby here.
It's like a restaurant.
It's like restaurants. If you click on a charging station, you can get more information on the charging station if you want. Like the number of free charging, so 8 of 10 is free.
300 kilowatts.
300 kilowatts charging stations there. You can use BMW charging, opening hours, and all the different information required. We go out again, click on it again. Then you can also search for charging stations in the vicinity. This one you can use to replace this particular charging station by a different one. So it searches for the charging stations close by. Just zoom out a little bit. You see there alternative charging possibilities, which you then can just add here by one click. It calculates the route, includes this charging station then.
Sure.
Okay. Another feature in this pop-up menu is points of interest. So you saw the amenity icons before, and if you want to get more details on them, click on it. You see, okay, 50 meters from the charging station, we have Autohof and different restaurants, Burger King.
Okay.
Then another feature is, imagine you don't like this charging station for whatever reason, you could exclude this charging station from your trip. So it's then actually excluded for all time.
All the time. So if you want to bring it back, you just have to manually add it once again.
Exactly. So if you
please follow the directional info on the display. When leaving, please turn left.
So if you want to see which charging stations you already excluded, you go to route criteria. Charging route, and here at the bottom you see the unity which we included. If you want to have it again, take again, so now it's included again. Okay. So now going through
please follow the directional info on the display. When leaving, please turn left.
Settings menu. You can set the arrival SoC of the charging station, of the destination, and you also have the option for preferred providers. So currently no one set the specific provider. If you want to select it, you can just scan the QR code with the My BMW app. Get directly in the correct settings menu. And here it's possible to select one of the charging providers. Sure. We have on the top recommended ones like Unity, so it's selected very often, but you have around 700 different charging providers that you can select. You could select the local charging provider like this one. If you then want to see which one you selected, you go and select the tab. Comfortably you can deselect again from here if you want. So let's keep Unity for instance, and accept it. So this is now synced with the car. Can have a look later. It takes a little while. We need to then select it. We now really want to filter for Unity, so we select it. And we could also, for instance, select prefer BMW charging, which just select then all BMW charging supported providers. It should be already synced. Let's have a look. Now it's recalculated with the Unity filter.
Please follow the directional info on the display. When leaving, please turn left.
Stations. If there is no Ionity available because you're in an area where there's no Ionity, you will also get a charging stop. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just a preferable option. It's not a only. Yeah. That's the difference. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So these are the main features of the new system. And for the version 5.0, we have two, I think, very nice features. One is the charge at home. Yeah. Just show you for simplicity a little bit. So here you can see you can select at the destination your arrival SoC. Let's say you always choose 25. But imagine at home you have a wall box. And if you go home, you probably can go home with like 0 or like
Sure.
a minimum.
Mhm.
Yeah? So we will then show here in the future in the settings menu another checkbox for home. And if you select it, every time when you guide to home, it will use the minimum arrival SoC.
Okay.
So you don't need to change the settings all the time if you go home. Yeah?
Understood.
This is done automatically. So.
Cool.
Another feature that we'll bring with version 5. So I just can show you virtually now, but the feature with spontaneous stops. So in the next version, automatically it will show the next 2 upcoming rest areas
Okay.
with charging possibility. It's a setting option, so you can turn it off if you don't want it. Yeah? But it serves your spontaneous stop needs like requires. So it will show the next rest station, it will show which charging station is there, how many free plugs are there, the charging power, and in the background already it calculates a full route including this charging station, and the delta arrival time or the delta estimated time of arrival will then be shown with this rest area stop.
Okay.
This means you can in advance already have a look, okay, if I take this spontaneous stop here, the whole arrival time will increase by like 15 minutes, for instance, and you can then better charge it if it's worth for you to stop there. Yeah? So you don't even need to click on this. Yeah?
Okay.
And I think that's a really cool feature in the sense that really for like, as I said, kids hungry in the background, you need a sudden stop, but you want to use it for charging. How does it affect your remaining plan?
Okay. So question. Which cars currently have this version, and when you're gonna roll out the next update?
So this version is available for all MGU22 cars.
Okay, so all cars with the latest head unit,
and
regardless if it's i4, iX, i7, and i5,
always i.5
or iX1, the other ones.
all OS 8.5 cars.
Okay, so it's only iDrive 8.5, OS 8.5, but
Yeah.
not a 9 yet. Okay.
For OS 9, the Android-based head unit, we also have the same features starting with 7.24. So we also have this rest stop, spontaneous rest stop feature. You will have the provider filter and so on. So this will also
Understood.
come with this one. Yeah?
Okay.
And 5.0 will come in 5 weeks. 7.24 for all OS 8.5 cars with remote software update.
So remote software update. Got it.
Yeah.
Perfect.
And all the newly built cars, of course, will have
Gotcha.
it.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you for this demo. Very, very interesting. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope this was informative.